be better than me.
Yeah.
You know. Now I was very aware of the effect I would have on my daughters and what type of man I needed them to see. So when I talked to them, when I disciplined them, when I was around them, I was very mature. You know, I was be funny, tell jokes, and make them laugh and be special and all that. But I was still like their dad, and I would fix some things and cook meals for them, and help them with their homework and stuff like that. And I didn't do that as much as I should have done it. I didn't do it as much as their mother did it. But I talked to them about real things. I talked to them about spirituality, about being a good person, about like what's the difference between us and people who don't care about, they're like, you need to speak a certain way, you need to enunciate your words, you go further if you're polite, you go further if you're learned, you know what I'm saying? So my kids would read, as young girls, they were into like Harry Potter, or they would, have little books that they liked and stuff like that. They would like to, I showed them movies I grew up on, like The Labyrinth and Legend and, all those magical movies that I saw, and we let them experience it for the first time while I'm sitting there, and and they became traditions and stuff like that for us to watch certain movies, So it's like I made sure I gave them all of that because I felt like, that's more than number one what I had. Because I ain't, my dad, I never even met that dude. And it's crazy because your kids will still resent you no matter. You can be there all the time. You can be there sometime. It's gonna be, they're gonna find a way.
something. But I mean that's just people.
Yeah,
like, it's human nature.
I think we have a great relationship, but then it's always things I wish I could have done different or been there more.